Hello and welcome to this small video guide for the BMW E30 M3 Step 1 at Nurburgring Sprint with the GT chicane. The video has 4 parts. First, the best lap showcase, then a walkthrough of the car setup, the lap in more detail, and finally a quick look at the career event that features this combo. Let's get started. Once again, we're in a street car that doesn't really have that many settings to tweak, but let's have a look at the changes we made. First, I reduced tire pressures across the board to balance hot pressures in the green range, and ended up with slightly lower pressures on the left side. Not surprising for a clockwise track. 7 liters is plenty for 4 laps, but 6 was not nearly enough. I used ABS here to be more consistent on the brakings. It's particularly helpful on this track, which has 2 corners with very uneven surface on corner entry. After some quick testing, it does not seem like aero has a significant impact on top speed here, so I ended up with max aero and balanced the alignments around that. The original car balance is pretty good, so I didn't do much to alignments. I ended up neutralizing the rear toe to increase rear end stability, while compensating with a little more negative camber in front to counter push understeer. No change to brake power for me on my G29. Okay, time for the best lap. I'll just roll the clip. I guess you know how to go straight, right? So, first we just head straight for the first corner. Going into the first corner, see there's a bend. There's like an angle at the white line on the right side. Then there's sort of like an area that sticks out here on the left side of the tarmac. So I usually use those as a brake marker. Brake just about before the white line kind of turns like this. Then about a second, get as far in as possible here. But there's an elevation change, so if you go too far in and get on the grass, you're gonna upset the car and probably lose time on the exit. Then shift to third just before we turn left here. Then use, that's maybe slightly liberal use of track there. Depending on who you ask, this is probably out of track, but okay. Then for this one, instead of going a typical out-in-out line, we go more like a middle-in-middle. You can probably brake later if you're tight on the entrance and you don't need an exit anyways because the next corner is coming up. So you want to go to the left side here on the exit get a rounder line and a better exit out of the right-hander. Then we're heading down here. I was kind of debating here whether I should use just third and pull it in the rev limiter, or if I should shift to fourth, and it seems like shifting fourth is ever so slightly faster. So I did. Then again here, see, we're kind of doing a very early, very long apex here, braking tightly into the corner, because there's an elevation change here that's gonna probably upset your car a bit. So you don't really gain anything by going wide here. Also because the apex is so long, kind of. You just hold the inside line all the way to the exit. And then use as much track as you can on the right side here. Typical out, in, out, really. Same here, but this one is really exit focused because you have the long straight, so you want to use as much track as you can here, but not hit the grass. Then we just pull fourth out on the straight and brake like just about. This one has proper brake markers here, so you can brake like in the middle of 50 and 100 at about 80 meters ish. Then just try to get as straightest, smoothest line possible through here. And then final corner, down to second. Always a compromise between entrance and exit. Typical out in out stuff though. And that's a lap. Okay, so here we're looking at the AI85 run, which is the recommended difficulty at 85%. And 85% is pretty low, so let's see, they're hardly even going full throttle, I think. You can see basically we're just breezing past, kind of easy. The AI isn't really giving us much of a fight, just kind of handing it to us. So if you just drive normally, you're not gonna have any issue with this. See, it's like turn 3 and we're already up to the lead. Yeah. There goes the battle. I'm just gonna pull away from here, so. Then we're over to AI 100. Maximum difficulty. You can kind of see already here, off the grid, we're already going a lot faster than they did at 85. So that's kind of the difference. That's kind of the difference the difficulty makes, even on the straight. See, we're gaining on them here through turn 1. Not as much as earlier. We kind of have to push to here to keep up. You can see the guy on the outside here. It's a bit disturbed, gets poor exit. So we have a much better exit here, but still, he's just gonna pull away here on this short straight. And we're definitely gaining here through the corner, but can't really pass in the middle of the corner because there's a car in the way. Right? See it really well when we get out on the back straight here. Even though the Z4 is the second least powerful car on the grid, it just pulls away as if we had the handbrakes on here. And that's basically the story of this race. Car is vastly underpowered, so even if you can be faster, it's going to be really hard to pass them. And I did a few runs here, and the AI is usually doing like 1:44.5-ish, which is half a second faster than our fastest lap ever, so it's gonna be probably nearly impossible to win this without cheesing it really hard.